Hey everyone. Demon Lord Czar, thank you for following. Hey, a cute dragon. Hope y'all are all doing well today. Hey, URW. Venturi, Franco, Blossom Cherry, Black, Zedwix. You found me from Twitter? Is that how you got here? Welcome. I hope you like it. I'm a little under the weather, so I'm not as, like, maybe, I don't know, animated as I usually am, but we'll see. We're just kind of taking it easy. I don't think it's COVID, Acute Dragon. Kind of wondering if it's like a sinus infection now at this point. I don't know. I'm gonna try and go see somebody tomorrow. Hey, Sullivan was here. But we are gonna work on that picture of Rex some more today. And hopefully it all goes well. It's hard to tell if I'm feeling better. I feel about the same as I did yesterday, which is worse than I did on Tuesday. So I don't know. It's not a big deal. But y'all have anything cool going on right now? Hanging out? I think I meant to say, if anybody wants feedback on pictures, I'm also happy to do that today. Because, I don't know. I'm not sure how, like, productive I'm feeling with my art. If yet, you know what I mean. Maybe I'll add it to the title. But I'm feeling a little less goblin-like. So I decided to let y'all see my face. I'm less snotty today. Still just congested though. Oh, thank you. BTD Customs, thank you for following. Let's see. Let me edit the title. I always feel weird saying like free feedback. Because it's like, I don't know. I don't really charge for it anyway. Do we say free feedback or free art critique? I'll go with that. Love the ears, thank you. Free to back. Honestly, we got like probably more done when I'm like in goblin mode than I do when I'm on camera. Hey Cosno. Slaynum? Hold on, let me switch to this screen. Sorry, you can see an empty cat bed. I'll show you what I was working on yesterday. Thank you. All right. There. I also don't know where my pen is. I found it. All right, but yeah, so I finished the lines that I was working on Tuesday, and got some flats here. I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, I just kind of put her hair in a different hold back way. But that's what I got so far. I'm not entirely sure yet what I'm gonna do with it, or if I like just how vibrant the jacket is. I think I did a grayscale version too, which is fun. But yeah, so that's done. And I feel like my lines are real crispy on this, so that's cool. A2K. So, Vovo's not. Sorry. Bidas. Yeah, Zedwix, I don't think I have any mods here right now, so I have to, like, approve it, so might be a little slow on that. You love the outfit? Thank you. I need to adjust the actual, like, colored flats, because I don't think that they look great yet. Like a Congo line, that would be very cute. You love the art and shrimp tank? Thank you. The shirt buckles? Thank you. I feel like I tried harder on like the little extra details on this picture. Like even with the buttons and the snaps and just all of it. I just tried a little bit more, I think, than I usually do. Anyway, so that's that. I'm not gonna work on this on stream though anymore. But I just wanted to show you guys. Thank you. So I'll close this. We're gonna work on this. You've been discombobulated, I'm sorry. And so with this, honestly, I think the main things now are I need to get the cheetah print on the top and just work through the process, I guess. We'll get through it. I kind of would like to try and maybe get it finished today. So we'll see. Being a great painter doesn't stop you from being an excellent draftsman. Oh, thank you. I feel like, especially as of late, I'm less of a painter than I am like a draftsman, I guess. But yeah, like I said, if anybody wants like a critique or feedback, definitely feel free to like post in the Discord. As long as it's, you know, Twitch safe for work, I could probably look at it. And I will give you my best attempt at feedback and critique. Red line or whatever. Also, like, really hot where I am. I'm kind of, I don't know, I'm kind of wondering if I want to go put on shorts later. I have enough points for critique soon. Or feed my shrimp friends, so the choice is easy. Yeah. I need to like add that to my to-do list or something, buy the shrimp treats. Yeah. This is barely safe for work? What do you mean? What's so not safe about this? By the way, a huge thanks to DeviantArt for sponsoring today's stream. You can check out my DeviantArt profile, yeah, there, or check out the other collective members. I think the 2 new members are streaming right now, if you wanted to check them out. I'll grab you guys links. I'll just shout them out. You can go say hello and welcome. Let me figure out how to do it. That might not be the right person. Is it? Oh, that's not the right person. Ignore that. MCROFT. There we go. There we go. Say hi and there you go. Come on. So bad at the commands. There we go. Let's say hi. All right. Y'all ready? Ready for me to quit dallying about and start working? We'll see though. It's gonna be a lot less productive than it was the day I was a goblin. My layers are also kind of like a hot mess still. Let's call this top highlights. I hope the song's like a dog barking. I like it though. Just trying to name these before I get like too confused. Don't need that anymore. Oh, okay. I was like, I don't know what I changed about that or why I have multiples. Just about clear of your sickness? I don't know. I feel like about the same as I did yesterday, and it's still not great. Get one of those micro AC portable units. I actually have a window one. But it's not like I could turn on the AC and make it cooler, but I don't want to. So I'm just gonna sit here and suffer. How are you feeling? I know you're, yeah, still sick. Good thing you chose art and not music. It's true. Yeah, it's seemingly lingering. I'm gonna try and go see, it's like a minute clinic, I guess, and just see like, hey, am I all right? Should I be doing something? Is it normal to be sick as long? I think this is like 8 days, I guess? I don't know. I hate taking zinc. I really do. It always makes me like, I've thrown up before. But I guess it's just because you like need to make sure you eat with it. Yeah. Drink that tea? Yeah, I was doing that when I first got sick, and I haven't really done it since. All right, let's add the spots. Sippy sippy. Let me open my Diet Coke. I'm also out of my can, so I'm gonna have to go to the store. Do you have any tips on drawing the torso at different angles? I struggle a lot with this. Yeah, I can show you. Oh, you meant to get tea or something? No. I don't want to hop up and make tea. Gotta remember, I'm like excessively lazy. All right. Not really. Some milk? No. I think milk would make me feel like a lot worse because I'm congested already, and dairy for some reason makes me more congested. But I'm not lactose, I guess. Unless I am, unless it's like a version of being lactose. My diet is 100% coffee. Oh. Oh, I see. I couldn't see the emote. Hmm. I do have some good jasmine tea with like, I guess rice bran in it or like roasted rice. Really tasty. And I don't normally like tea. All right. So who asked? Who asked about it again? There are some good ones that just came out. Can drop temp. Oh, in a room. Gotcha. Interesting. D-boss. All right. Really, I mean, I don't know how you draw your torso to start with, but at least for me, I like to like simplify the shapes initially. So say we're gonna do like a 3/4 view. So generally, you also gotta remember like the back should have like a subtle arch. I usually do it too much. Right. Get the. I'll do it from the front, I guess, first to show you. Really, you're looking for a shape like this. You can make this more squared, which is often what I'll do. Because it works with like my flow sometimes. But you want to have like an understanding of your ribs and the torso, I guess. And then this would be like the back. You draw a scuffed rib cage? Yeah, I would say just have like your simple version of it. A lot of times people just do like an egg shape. A big thing to think about though is the like the neck opening. You do a midline. And is that like a 45-degree angle? Is that relative to like that? I'd say so. Maybe a little more. But see, like that, it's like we already now have a rib cage. Hey, Scott. Also, sorry about my voice. If you really want to clear your sinuses, eat some habaneros. Thing is, I have like a very small congestion like in my lungs, it feels like. But I don't have like a runny nose really. I just like wake up in the morning and have to like blow my nose, and that's about it. And it's just kind of like just pain up in my head most of the time. Also, hey MV. Frost X mini air conditioner. Huh. But yeah, it's like, and like I wake up in the morning and my like right eye is like a little bit more like closed than my left eye. And I just had like a weird sensation with eating food today. Just, I was like, all right, sorry, I'm like distracted. I'll explain to you guys how I feel, kind of. It's not so bad right now, but I did take like Sudafed earlier because I was gonna try and be as, I don't know, okay on stream as I could be. But what was I gonna say? Oh, when I have like that pressure, it's like stingy and painful in my eyes, in my in my sinuses, I guess. It's like you've ever been in a pool and you like accidentally sucked up water in your nose. That's how it feels, but it just stays like that. No relief. Just tears. Or like your my eyes feel kind of dry and like I don't know, just general sick a little bit. You sure it'll come out at some point? Yeah, that's kind of what I'm wondering. Is it's like I haven't had there's no like color to my mucus either, which is like okay, so is it not an infection? It's hard to tell. Like I'm have very clear snot. Definitely TMI, so I apologize. Started using Lassitool a lot more. Nice. Yeah, you're so hot already. Um, well, I never had any like discolored mucus the whole time I've been sick. And I haven't had to do a lot of like clearing of my sinuses or nothing. That's kind of why I was just like, I'm gonna just go see somebody and see if there's like something going on. Because I also have like, I don't know, breathing feels strange. Like it almost has like, I don't know, like normal air has a cool smell to it. Is it the Rona? I don't think so. I tested twice, like with a rapid and a PCR, and they were both uh, negative. And I like ran around my place and like sniffed all the things. I'm like, I can still smell. But like when I was eating food earlier and I like breathed while eating, it tasted very strange. Okay. But again, back to the torso. So once you kind of have like your egg shape, really you can just like rotate it in any which way. Generally, when you turn to the side, it's gonna be more of a shape like that, like narrowed. And you just want to think of like the front plane here, the top plane, and then the side plane. Or and so that this would be like the side plane, right? I know. I'm so tired of resting though. I'm like my friends who I go to the gym with, they're like, "How you feeling today?" And I'm like, the same. Again, say we want to do like a 3/4, but we're looking at the back. Again, the head or like the top of the head thing, it's gonna kind of have like, I don't know, we won't really see it. You can have it go up a little bit. Does this help? Is it deboss? Let me double check. Yeah. If you, is your question like about adding more like anatomy onto this, you mean? I apologize because this is how I generally think of the torso. Like, I don't know if you're referring to like, you actually also want to draw in like, I guess I should have added it. You have your like abs, which connects to your hips, little obliques. Pectorals, shoulders. I'm not sure. But I at least start with that kind of shape. And then you can rotate it. Another one that I've seen like Proco and stuff recommend is you just do like the bean shapes. You could add some like, again, a form to it. I had kind of thought this was like draw a better bean than that one. And you can kind of be like, okay. So everything is kind of pinching. It's a place to start. We're a little less goblin-like today. I'm sorry, I don't know what to tell you. Anyway, hopefully that helps. If you have any other questions or wanted a better explanation, you can let me know. We're gonna add these spots. I have a pixie flying around in my mind, taking hold of a flower and doing a full face plant. That is something I've thought about, is like, should I have a like a Sona kind of? Not really a Sona, but like MB has his bee. Should I have a pixie? I feel like pixies are a lot less glamorous than like fairies. Unless some people think they're like the same thing. Front, back, it seems like to be scuffed compared to when I draw the hips or below. Oh, you're talking about the little like sci-fi cadet girl? Yeah. That one was cool. Another picture that I should have finished. Do we try and add like more design to these, or do we just leave them like as blank as they are? Probably not. That probably looks bad. I always thought of pixies as kind of like more like brownies, I guess. So like they don't fly, unfortunately. Mm. That you eat? No. No. I'll show you. Brownies. Or bruni? Is Gaelic, I guess, Scottish Gaelic. Household spirit. Come out at night, perform, oh, yeah, various household tool, oh my gosh, can I speak? Chores? I've heard of the ones that cause more mischief than this. Maybe that is a pixie. Pixie lore. Tiny elf-like spirit or mischievous fairies dressed in green who dance in the moonlight to the music of frogs and crickets. Their favorite pastime are leading travelers astray and frightening young maidens. I like it. I think they're more mischievous, where fairies are more like magical and friendly. Everyone here has been led astray. Yeah. Do you really want any advice or critiques from me? I might lead y'all astray. Elves, changelings. I used to have a lot of fun, like looking up mythical creatures. Can I have a little more subtlety? I think they're a little different. Like when I was doing, let me see, I'll just pull it up to this. Okay. This is gonna be mine. But the idea is it's like if it was sci-fi, which is what I was intending. They have little fake wings. I really like the knobbiness of my knees I added here. And of course I love platforms. Poo. When platforms would have been a part of it, yep. Those were the tooth fairies. Um, they're popular right now, or at least there's certain like big shoes that are popular right now. Anywho. For the evil characters. Pixel Pixie, yep. Like I'm already making this harder than it should have been. Just, you know, good. Like that. It's just a normal circles. What am I doing? This is shocking. Good dank. Yeah. There's another one they have that I really like. Play this one next. I'll just try and copy the sketch underneath it a little better versus like freestyling it. Average is so sweet. I've been taking cute videos of him lately. Like playing in like some grass. You know, make burgers? Enjoy. So I finished Dune and I didn't like it. The book I'm referring. I mean, it's not that I didn't like it, but I think I like the setting of Dune more than I liked the story of Dune. I don't know if anybody else has read it. But I'm trying to decide now what I'm gonna go read or listen to. Because, I don't know, I feel like I was having a lot of fun with that. Now all my books are done. Oh, by the way, I don't know if anybody is playing it. I don't really, like I just started, but if anybody is gonna play Lost Ark, you know? I'm on, I think, the Carmine server. You know, if we want to have a peepo poo clan of some sort, guild. I'm enjoying it. This weekend, yeah. But, you know, just throwing it out there. I don't know yet. Carmine, I think. KH. On like a website I saw. It's like that. Carmine. I'll double check though, and I'll post it in the Discord. But I made a bard, and I also have, I think it's a shadow blade? I can't tell how grindy it is though. Right now it's a little bit easy. I'm hoping that like once I'm out of like this little baby area, maybe I'll feel a little more difficult. I need to know how skimpy the costumes get. That's very important. They're pretty good. I would start it up and show you guys my characters I made. But a lot of the classes also are like gender locked, it seemed. So it's like the sorceress can only be female, same with the bard. Some of the gun classes can only be males, and the female only gets the gunslinger. Which, I don't know. It's kind of strange. The warriors can only be male. I don't know if that'll change in the future or not, but they do get pretty skimpy. It's Lost Ark. Well, I'm kind of excited because I haven't played an MMO since like ArcAge. Oh, and it's very different type of MMO. It's like, I mean, because it feels more like Diablo, I think, with like the fighting. It's still an MMO. I think I've played it for like 7 hours so far. I'm still in the like the starter area though, but I did make 2 characters now. And it will be free to play, yeah. Tomorrow. I got it because I was like, I'm streaming tomorrow. I want to play it now. Hello. But yeah, I can't tell if there's like a like where the like I guess money or how people pay to probably not pay to win. It's probably like pay for cosmetics. Am I gonna stream it? I could be convinced. Watch me suck. Mash buttons. And mashing is good though. Yeah. So far it seems like it's forgiving with like the skills. Like you can respec for free. At least right now. Wow. Well, you know, a lot of games they have their whales, right? But you can have like weird. They're a little weird. You could have like little like fuzzy ears on the elf girl. Or like fish ears. To be a whale like that, yeah, I that kind of money. I don't think I'd be spending it on a video game, but you know, that's just the life of the whale, right? To win at a free game. But I was having fun. Like I said, it's fun to get back into an MMO-esque game. Like the kind of games I grew up playing. Because like my parents played MMOs. So, you know, I like helped them farm. Star Conflict? I don't think I know what that is. Hmm. How are you getting lines like that? Hmm. What do you mean? Like, what part about it? Oh, they're smoothed out? I like this song a lot. I'm not entirely sure. Like, just with like a soft or a hard round brush. It's lazy. But I don't think that's what it is. Hello. They're flat on both ends too. Yeah, I just have like my brush being like a solid opacity with no texture on it and no shape dynamics turned on. So it's just a big ol' line. Hey, Divine. Oh, thank you. No, I'm using Photoshop. Maybe that's kind of where some of the confusion is coming from. Gotcha. The space MMORPG? Hmm. What do shape dynamics do? So, shape dynamics let your brush do like that. Have that change in sizes where, like, when you turn it off, it just now has the shape of the brush without changing it. With, like, you could have it do pen pressure, or like some pens I think offer rotation. So, like, to rotate your pen. Or maybe it's not that, it's like the angle of your pen. Maybe that's tilt. More apparent on like a thinner brush or something. You can have it do the direction. So it follows like the direction you make the stroke in. Lots of cool settings. You're working on character sheets? Is it a commission MB? Do you recommend Photoshop over CSP? Not really. Yeah. I don't think I would really recommend it over. I think Clip Studio is probably probably a better choice in most scenarios. Yeah. I just don't I haven't spent any time trying to learn how to use I haven't spent any time trying to learn how to use Clip Studio. And I'm just more comfortable with Photoshop. So that's why I use it. Oh, what one do you recommend, MV? Because I don't really know the free programs too well. You're using Krita and it's pretty good overall? Okay, that's the only one I've known of. Fill, free transform. Gotcha. I mean, if you do a lot of photo manipulation, Photoshop is pretty good at that, very specifically. Where I think Clip Studio, from what I've seen, is actually maybe better for drawing. I don't know how accurate that is, but that's been my impression of it all. is better for the wallet. Also true. Even doing some things I didn't know it could do. Clip Studio does have a lot of the tools. Well, then that's good, I would say. Can't seem to get the hang of Krita. Honestly, I'm like a big scrub when it comes to like just switching to any program. Really. Like the one I use sometimes for like setting up like a 3D scenario, Portrait Studio. Um I like still don't really have the hang of it. I don't know if I did it, so we'll just do another one. I am using multiply. I'm not. I just have the opacity turned down at the moment. Oh man, thanks Fusion Tech. Also, hey Calvin. 8 months, wow. 3D import as well. Mm-hmm. That's kind of the thing, is it's like Clip Studio definitely seems like its aim is for art, where Photoshop's aim is for photo editing. Which is strange considering they have Lightroom in addition to Photoshop. But I guess Lightroom is more just for like filters and like image settings, I guess. Yeah, color correction, but it's like Photoshop has a lot of that too. Part of me just wonders, is like, why did you need that actual program with Photoshop? I don't know. Oh my goodness. Anna Fear. I feel like you always have just enough to send somebody to the dungeon. I should just be a little quicker at this. I think it matters a lot less than I'm dawdling with it. Cat cam? I don't think there's a cat, but no cat. Sorry. I really want to know what Calvin said. I don't think they said anything really other than hello. The cats have like some really nice sunspots in the other room, so they've been a lot less like interested in hanging out with me until like later in the day. But then by then they're like, feed me or no work. What's this song? Spitfire by The Prodigy. Hmm. What do you mean? Like, could you not just like right click, copy the image, and then paste it in Clip Studio? Yeah, I would just copy and paste because I don't think I understand what else you would, how else you would do that other than saving it as like a JPEG and then loading it up into it, which would be a lot of work when you could just like copy and paste. Add them on overlay. Kind of cool. Maybe not. I don't know. I don't know. Just drag and drop. You have to go to a file, import. Like you couldn't just like, you couldn't just do like this and paste an image. Like with copy and paste. Just grab the first image I had. Yeah, I mean, no guarantee on the quality of the art. I'd also hope that it'd be your art if you're gonna post it. No, it's a thing here. Thank you. Yeah, but it has to be Twitch TOS safe. So cover up their under boobies. Booty cheeks gotta be covered up. So you have to join the Discord. That's the only catch. That way, I can actually see images because links are only available for subscribers. Welcome back, Calvin. A new Lambo, a new Nintendo Switch, and I sleep with a pillow filled with money. Very nice. Hey, Vincent. Stop being so menacing, Calvin. Nope. What do we think? Is that like okay? I feel like I need to add something else to this top because without doing so, it just kind of feels weird. Also, I think put this underneath there. That looks more correct. And then just post it in the feedback section. If it's not posting in the safe for work, that means Discord thinks that it's too not safe for work, and you can post it in the not safe for work feedback. But again, TOS. But yeah, anybody who wants feedback, I'm down to try and help. I'm not guaranteeing a quality of feedback, but I will try. Only underbelly is allowed. I mean, what the heck? Okay. There we go. I just couldn't see where I was putting the line. $91. I was struggling to read that first part. I'm like, lock and toxicity. I got one braid in the front and the other one the back. Are they not getting along? I only have one braid. One braid. It's so colorful. It's I mean it's gray, but it does have some. This is like I think the Oreo one. Pretty nice. Has been attacked. Envy as a role player trying to get his attention. Oh my. Black and gold. I feel like I'm missing something. Also, if you post the feedback, let me know. I see one, so. Did you make this, Sexum? Okay, let me think. I mean, overall, I'm from around. Gotcha. I guess what kind of critique do you think you're like looking for? Is there something specific about your picture that you feel like could be improved? Or that you're unsure about? Is this 3D? I assume so, right? Cell shaded characters are not fitting in with paint over. Gotcha. Okay, so I see like the characters have a nice warmness to them, but maybe not uh enough next to other objects, if that makes sense. So like if I look at her, right? I think it should be lighter considering like this is so orange and like it feels a lot more hit by the light than say the white does. Oh, when I do the contour thing. So you say you're painting over this? Honestly, I'd try and like blow this part out maybe a bit more. See, I almost already feel like that helps make that feel like it's actually being hit by that light source. I just like, yeah, that's the main thing that would help, I think. See, I think that maybe helps a little bit. Is there anything keeping the piece from being better elsewhere, you think? I think you could probably also like, what's the crop? You want to keep this ratio, right? I would say kind of. It feels like these two should be a bigger part of this picture, right? So I would maybe get rid of that mountain. I don't think it's helping you. Like I think that composition already, I think, feels more like storytelling, I guess, where this is just kind of like, oh, okay, it's just maybe like a screenshot, like of like the scene, right? Where this feels like, oh, it's about them too. Does that make sense? So I would try and focus it more on them. Um, and so by doing so, I would also say that you could bump some contrast on them, like like that they're on like dark rocks, right? So they kind of like if you squint your eyes, they're not standing up and off the backdrop. So I mean, it's gonna be a little jank, forgive me. There's routes you could go about this, I think. But you could push the mountains back more with some atmospheric what do they call it? Atmospheric perspective. That's it. My goodness. I just obviously not this much. But see, I think that already helps a little bit. Separate her from that might not be enough. And then I guess on her edge, maybe make it darker. But I would try. I think the colors would be a little bit more washed out though. Or just group them. Oops. Come on. All right. Please. Struggling. So that's just with and without. So you can kind of see she stands up now off of that thing behind her. Wait. Oh my lord. There we go. Wait, no. That in there. There we go. That's before, that's after. You can kind of see her silhouette now, where before it was just it's not standing out. Hey, Black Flames. Is there something else you might be wondering? Those would just be main things. Like, you could probably even like lighten up the other spot because it's like we're trying to say that that's not important. But yeah, try and maybe get more light versus dark on these characters because right now they're just kind of blending into the rocks around it. I'm like, why is my brush looking weird? I had it on multiply. That makes sense? Having contrast though, it helps tell your eye that, hey, this is important. Like, look there. Because without it, you're just kind of like aimless. Like, it's a nice looking picture, but it doesn't have like a direction without having good contrast. Obviously, do a nicer job than I'm doing with it, but some ways to add contrast are light versus dark, light versus dark, soft edges versus hard edges. Like, I guess it's partly maybe because it's like 3D, but if you could even blur aspects that aren't important, that's another way of guiding the eye. Okay, is the character posing? I think so. One thing here about this character's pose is, oh, maybe, yeah, try and separate that off of her foot too. Her silhouette, like she could have an arm or something that is stepping out of the character. That way we could kind of see her shape more. That could help. If her arm was out and up and separated off the leg. I don't know. Or if we have like the arm up and out. Then you'd have like, you'd have some negative space. That's a big thing though that you need to try and play with is negative spaces, because that adds clarity to your pose. One thing I could say though about like the wind blowing is, and I don't know how you're gonna fix this, if you even want to fix it, but you kind of have like the same thing happening, one right after the other. So that's not like my favorite per se. I don't know. Like maybe if we saw the underside and it was like swooping down versus just out to the side. Something to break up that repeating pattern is important. A little bit. I think maybe having some of them hang down more. Again, if you moved her arm, maybe that would change where this like sleeve would hang. Maybe. Like just down, is that bad? Might be. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what you should do with the sleeve, but like I said, if you moved the arm, maybe that would make it so it wouldn't be at the back as well. The posing looks nice to me. I think it's just because of how she's that's how she usually stands. Valid point. Which, yeah, I think the wind is nice. The sleeve is very straight. Yeah. But I hope you kind of see what I meant with like it was creating I don't know, something unnatural, right? When you have it like that. And maybe even, I mean, heavy braids, they don't, I don't really think they flow. But I like the idea of it being off her back a bit, because then you actually get to see it. So maybe it hanging more, just like down and maybe looping back. right? And then maybe you have something interesting because these objects are now like interacting. If he's gonna know anything about heavy birds, yeah, right? Changing the composition, but you made it better by just cropping and changing the silhouette slightly. Yeah, I don't really have an issue with the composition. I think you have some nice, like, I feel like the tree has a nice arc, right? And then you have parts of it. So, like, we're being guided back, I think. You even have, like, lines that kind of, like, point towards the character. And like I said, you can kind of change the composition by, like, just what you have the contrast focusing on, like lightening some of this stuff that's not like important, but keeping the characters more focused. Like, see, now they really kind of stand up and out. But yeah, this versus like the original has a bit more of a, I think, a focus. They're still kind of like a second part of the picture, but we might be focusing on them a bit more. Yeah, the fog. I think the only thing, if you wanted to like adjust the composition, no, I don't know. Maybe have this rock not at the head level. Yeah. I think that looks good. For the most part, I think we are kind of focused in. I mean, I guess you could even add a little bit more. Like, I don't know, push the mountains back a little bit more. Separate her off this one a bit. And then on her side, we want to maybe make it darker. But yeah, I mean, the only thing that might kind of be, as far as like, you're saying, people are saying the self shading wasn't really matching up with the environment. And I think it's really just because there's a lot less texture on the characters compared to like the rocks. Like if you had like a lower poly, or I guess a lower resolution textures, you know, maybe that would help it. Um, Here, I think that would get like, again, darkened out. Yeah. I counter low detail with realistic lighting. Only go so far, I guess, yeah. A good speckled brush. But yeah, I think I like what you have. I think the pose was good, yeah. No, I like it. Maybe blur, if you could. Mm, let me make a copy. Um, real quick. It brings back some detail. Not working? Why are you not working? There we go. Up in the foreground, you know, to the tree. But I think that also kind of like helps bring, again, the things that are in focus to your attention. Right? Cat cam? Do we have a cat? Oh, there is a cat now. As your specialty? Um, less clothes, maybe? Mm, mm, that always helps. Big booba, you know. Yeah. I'll post this back in the channel for you. You want to have it as like a potential reference. Wouldn't be the piece for that kind of stuff. Yeah, hopefully that was helpful. Thanks for asking. Back to booba. Too picturesque. You have experience rendering hair, like semi-realistic stuff? Not really. Saxum13. Thank you so much for gifting a sub to Divine Arts. That's very kind of you. Thank you. Big floating bean coming out of the fog. How do you get your art critiqued? If you're in the Discord, you can post it in the feedback section, as long as it's TOS. Yeah, but thank you so much for gifting us sub. Save. Good point. Let me do that real quick. We appear to be saved. One's hero. Is that how I say your name? I'm not sure. I don't really have experience with it, but I could recommend like following Kuya JP on Twitch. They have a lot more, I think, ability to capture realism. Could fool me for being sick. As I said, we're a little less goblin-like today. But like something I've heard to think about if you're trying to go for like kind of realistic hair is focus detail on like clumps of the hair. Like have some flyaways, but you don't need to get in there with like a hard round brush and draw like every single hair stroke. I think it's better to like get your like bulk hair forms and then shade it kind of. And then have your like pops of detail. Like you're gonna have to focus a bit more on I guess just good shape. Soft edge, hard edges, lost edges. Stiff looking. Um, well, you have an example. So maybe do a paint over. I think stiffness in hair, I mean, hair's kind of dead. So sometimes, you know, I think it's okay for it to look stiff, but it's like it shouldn't look rigid, right? Unless you have like hella hell spray, hairspray or something in it, you know? Design shapes are very important. I'm so awful at that, but everything comes together better when you focus on the shape and design. Yeah. You had a small nap? Well, I hope it was a good one, Scott. A free braid. I've seen those being really helpful for like when your hair is like fully covered in braids and such. Maybe it's hell spray. I know, a cool name for like a hairspray. I'm not actually gonna leave it like that blue color, but I wanted to darken it. And then darken the strap, I think, as well. Um, you could put it in feedback, or if it's like a picture, like an actual picture, like a reference or something, you could even put it in stream chat. But feedback section, the feedback whips is where I would put it. You know, Yamato, that's something we could use is a command to explain getting critiques and feedback. Just telling them like what channel they can post in, how to do it. Thank you. I was gonna say you don't have to. I can do it later. I was just thinking. Changes on mine, but I'm curious what you think, Pixie. Not at the point where showing the changes would look clean at all. On your what? You ended up in here. Should you go to your class? At least have like have it open so you can hear it. Gotcha. What picture is it? Have I seen it before? What happened to her shirt? I took it off. I'll put it back on in a bit. Just adjusting the bra part. Sorry, not bra, swimsuit. Oh, you're in class now. Okay, good. I have an idea. Alright, set that to multiply, and now we can, well, have a boo-boo. Not drawn on that part. I didn't. I have like a layer or something affecting. There it is. And put the hair in this. I am not too sure how to fix the ends. And it kind of seems off to me. I do see kind of what you mean. Let me pull it up in just a second. I'll say, why am I doing it like this? What am I doing? Let's just go back. Fix it in the actual layer. Set that to multiple. Looks a little better. Okay. After getting a critique on a finished piece, would you say go back and fix those things, or move on and try and make a new one? It's up to you. I definitely wouldn't do that on like paid work. But if you're in the sole interest of just having like an even better picture in the end, maybe go back and fix it, or do like a separate version where you kind of just do a quick edit and try and like correct the mistake, and then maybe take notes on that, and then just remember that for the new pictures. Layers with different outfits would you have made for Rexifar? No different outfits. Just the one outfit with all the layers. All right, let me save this real quick. Oh, it's saved. So the thing is, I like some of the shapes you have already, but for stiffness, especially like at the like end, I see what you mean. So you said semi-realistic? For one of my OCs, yeah, specifically that one you give me a tip on. I kind of can't remember. I would say go back and fix it if you want to, but I don't think you have to. I think it's okay for you to just move on from there. Whatever. Hey, you. I don't know if we need that part, but it just uh maybe just like if you want to get feedback. I don't know. It looks good, Halo. Don't worry about it. I'm like, where? You can keep it. um, is your name One Hero? I think so. So, Alice, don't call it. I think you go about it two ways. So I'll tell you the least amount of work way. I'll say, hey, Kasem. Man, Kasem, your rap was fire. I was so into it. I just send you to like one of my friends. So I would say when you're ending the hair, even though like if something was cut to like a tapered edge, a lot of times it doesn't have to like be blunt. Like you could have it be like, I don't know. You see it on my arm there, like kind of got a flare and like points to it a little bit and like clumps that taper. So if you want to go about this and just kind of keep what you have and just get this part done, I think you could just have the hair taper more. And have like a few like nice little flyaways. Nice hands. I really love the face. Um, I would say that's probably the easiest way and the least amount of changes. But I think you kind of see what I mean. It's just a bit softened. Degenerative hands. Yeah, but you could also think blur out some of these. I feel like there's a bit more like detail in here. I don't know how finished you are with the base, but I really like it. If you're trying to like match that kind of like subtle shading style, the hair is probably a little bit too intense. And then again, same tapering. Um, but have some like bigger, chunkier edges. They might have just been a little bit too like defined. Like I would say try and have, if you want to have some, just have more areas of rest and then have like a fewer concentrated bits of like detail. And maybe have a few chunkier pieces of like flyaway hairs versus these thin ones you have. Like, it's 1-0. And I guess you have your like bluish lighting coming from the side to try and get that reflected. And then on the chest, you could have areas of the hair like breaking away from the mass of it. Kind of like you have with all those, but just go a little bit bigger, I think. Have that be one lump. And try and think of natural shapes, because you have like, you had a lot of like interlocking shapes, if that makes sense. Where it's like this, it's like, it's just a bit more like, yeah, the hair's fallen. And you have a few maybe more distinct groupings of it. Yeah, like a little bit of that less, like, pull it back up. Yeah, like you have a lot of like these like interlocking shapes. And they look cool, but they also have like a bit of that rigidity you might be feeling. Because none of them are like flowing through, you know? Like these hair lines are now coming from behind that one. And then this one disappears into this other one. You see? Or like again, you have like this interlock. This, that. Like I think when you do your shapes, try and see if you can get a flow from the top of the head down to the bottom. So like you have this nice good clump here, right? And it's okay to have that tucked, right? And now we know that this hair is tucked behind the ear, so this hair is falling from behind it. So what I would have done is maybe you could have this hair. You could have it fall behind all of this hair, right? That's coming from the back. And again, with like getting shapes, you want to try and think of your big, medium, smalls, you know? So like we have too many medium sized shapes, so now we have a big one. This one to be the smaller shape. Yeah, seem a little more whole. And like maybe don't have as many like connecting. Like have some of your like lines kind of end and like start and like just kind of meet up. Like you don't have to connect those two because then it might like feel like it's separating out your shapes a bit. Okay. I do like your flyaways though, but maybe just like have them be a little bit more flowy. It's semi unrealistic to have like less of them. It's like when you like look up at like close pictures of hair, like hair and people, there's like a billion like little flyaways. So we can have this in here. You know, you have like some negative shapes as well. But beautiful work so far. I think you're on a good path. And like finding good shapes, that's like a forever journey, you know? You like here before. It's a bit more flow, which I think is what you wanted. Absolutely. Thank you for asking for advice. Happy to help. I'll post a snip. All right. Dang, you're quick at working this stuff. Lots to be learned and great advice. Oh, thank you. How'd you think so? You should put in your command, in your title. Posted editor, but it's up to you. Okay. What should I do? What's the name of the command? Sorry, I'm scrolling back up because I missed stuff. Balancing the level of detail just takes a lot of experimenting too. You settle in patterns you like. Yeah. You're out here giving solicited critique, but when you're going to teach us how to Dougie so that you can teach everyone. Wait, so that everyone can love us? All right. Feedback, okay, or critique. Yeah, for sure. And sometimes it's like, maybe if you're a Magic the Gathering like card artist, maybe you do just keep going. Okay. Are you there, Divine Arts? I think I have, but it's definitely been a minute since I've heard that song. One's Hero drew this. I was getting old. No, this wasn't Divine. General feedback on your villain. I might have to do a little quick censor on it. Not that there's anything like showing, but you know, which. See. Maybe a Lost Ark stream. I am playing it. There you go. Can't have underboob apparently. Rest of the song. Had a ducky. Yeah. Unless like it's a skin suit or like a bodysuit. Maybe add like a zipper or something. Like all the way down the chest. They were cherry shrimp, yes. So you just said, can I get a general? Come on. General feedback? I mean, I think the character, like the design looks good. I think you have some nice areas of detail and like rest for your eyes. Because I mean, and that's good considering like there's like, is it cheetah spots on them or leopard spots? So having nice areas of rest, I think is good. Okay, that's what I was thinking. The face reminded me more of a cheetah. For your, I guess like kind of your splash, I guess you have right now, I would maybe not have the hair there because I think it's taking away from your character's silhouette. And instead maybe if you're gonna have it like disconnected a bit. Or even like honestly, it's a little tricky because I don't want to interfere with the tail too. Yeah, or just because, like, let's see. One thing that's a good idea, whenever you're designing a character, is to figure out their silhouette, right? And so like this, we do get a pretty decent. I also have like extra lines though. Right? So I think right off the bat, we can kind of tell that she has kitty ears, right? And the feet are describing that it's like a cheetah. We have a kind of a claw hand. If you wanted, you could even have the hand out more and we could see more of the nails showing. Right? You gotta kind of do the whole like, who's that Pokemon with your characters and see how readable they are. So it's not bad, but it's like we might not necessarily know what these lumps here are based on the silhouette. But without them, we're like, oh wow, this character's a little bit sexy, you know? So that helps with the readability. And maybe have it like some of it might be unavoidable, right? But yeah, just I think look at the silhouette. Like you could even have this little piece of hair flowing a bit more. Right? But I think that's looking pretty cool. Yeah. You could have like a pop element maybe on the character. Like because right now your colors are kind of desaturated. Right? Um which is fine, but maybe if you had like opposite of blue is orange. Like maybe orange eyes, right? It's a bit more striking. I'm not necessarily saying do that, but like maybe they have maybe you could do yellow because then that would be a little less opposite. like if, I don't know, they could have like a piece of jewelry, like maybe their claws are a bigger part. Just maybe think about adding just like a single pop color. It could be, I would say maybe do something that's not blue. That way it stands out a little bit better. I would say like probably orange is your best bet because like that already looks like a nice little schema of colors. So just like maybe find an element on the character that could have like a nice little pop. Maybe if the tail was instead of white, it could be orange on the tip. But sometimes having like, I think it was back in the past, Dota had like a guide on how to make skins for characters. And when you like look at the color palettes, a lot of times they have like a nice general flow of everything, but then like something that kind of makes them unique, like what, Wind Ranger? Let me see. Like with this character, right? She's got a lot of really soft, muted colors, and then her hair is red. I don't. I think Kuya told me about it and was like, maybe it's not worth doing. To get palettes. All I do when I want to like, you can save palettes in Photoshop and like, I haven't done it, but you could do that as well. But yeah, does that make sense? It's just like sometimes having like that little like pop helps with a character's like you'll remember a character that has something that pops about it. Trying to think of other characters. Yeah. And you'll see like when it doesn't happen, sometimes it's not as memorable. But I think it's pretty good regardless. I'm not necessarily saying do what I did. I would say maybe if it was like, you could also maybe, well, you could just lighten the hair. And that way they're not like, okay. That way not everything is on the same value. Like, oops, that's something to look at. So what you could do is maybe darken the blue to get it into a different color value. Because we also like our eyes look for that kind of contrast. It doesn't have to be color, really. It could just be the different values of colors. Like something like that, it already has more contrast. I don't know if I like it more, but it does. See? The thing if the hair is like a bit lighter. And if we were to take it to gray, again, now we have a bit more of a diverse value range. So that you can use color contrast even more than value contrast. Yeah, because it's like, yeah, I think value is technically more important than the color. I mean, of course, if your colors like don't matter at all, then that's no. Yeah, nice work. Thank you for sharing. I hope what I've said was helpful. I don't know if you want me to post anything. Maybe I'll post. Maybe I'll just post this part. Yeah. Yeah, good silhouette and all that. Absolutely. Divine, are you there? Oh. Are you feeling better? Not really. Yeah, I don't know. Not really. I decided to stream with the camera on because I'm like, I don't know when I will feel better. It's taking its sweet time. Like I should wait though until Divine's back. What are your symptoms? At the moment, it's just a lot of like, well, I'm also on Sudafed right now, so it's less noticeable. But just like some congestion, but most of it's just head pressure and like pain in my sinuses. You must be going. Take care. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah. Let's play Google our symptoms. Well, nowadays it's like everything will tell you got COVID. Except for my negative COVID test. What are these layers? Or got busy? I was just gonna look at your picture. I wasn't sure if there was something specifically. Specifically you wanted like thoughts on? It's a thick bunny. Thank you. They, it's funny because I'm like, oh my god, they noticed she's a bunny. I stubbed my toe and it hurts. It must be COVID. Every time was a negative for now. Yeah. Oh, it is lucky. I just want to see your opinion if that's if anything you see that's wrong. Okay. Nothing too much. I think I kind of think some of whatever's happening in this area is like competing for attention. Lots of good lines though, but I think that stuff feels less important than these two characters' interaction. That makes sense. Yeah, because even that, I feel like maybe we're able to focus more on them. Oh my goodness, Coil Twitchbot, thank you for the 100 bits. I feel like Coil Twitchbot is a bot. I appreciate the bits though. Because of the huge and bright. Yeah. Yeah, and balance it. Hold on. I was gonna switch to grayscale because I feel like we're having an issue a bit with the values. Yeah, like everything is kind of the things that are supposed to be glowing. Since the value is not brighter, it doesn't really feel like it's glowing. It's just a different color. I would say increase, like lighten the value. You'll have to be cautious with the sword though. Because if we switch back to gray, it now feels like those things are light. Hey Zomber. Really cool setup with the characters though. The silhouettes of the two is nice. And I try to me things glow. Usually a very bright white. Yeah, well, and that's like one of those things that's interesting sometimes about like glowing, um like say you have your lightsaber, right? Classic glowing object. You do see like this. So you have like a light value. Oops. Let's blur that. And then this is usually kind of how it is here. Why am I not able to do this? More saturated usually, but like darker. Kind of like that, right? You can even have like a point of it that's light. Okay. Oh, no, I'll never know when you met. The last one, I assume? Not Where's Your Head At? The Day Is My Enemy by The Prodigy. Oh, yeah, I don't know. What use does a robot for money? Also, hey, Youngie, I feel like it's been a minute. Good to see you. Pets be snoozing. Yeah. Day Is My Enemy. But yeah, I don't think I have too many thoughts for like a correction or anything. It might just be to simply try and separate your values a little bit more. You have good contrast, but it's like she's got a lot more light contrast and the hair is all very dark, where it's gonna be easiest probably for me to just show you in grayscale, so maybe that's what I'll do. But yeah, this will make it feel more like a directional lighting. I don't know what that is, but I would maybe not have it. I don't think it's necessarily helping your silhouette. Yeah, even that, it matches him a bit more, having the lighter value on him. Oh, gotcha. I think so, but the thing is, there's glowing behind her as well, so that's why it's like we have the lighting also back here. But I would say like this could have a bit more too. I don't know if I would have that kind of interlocking shape separating those objects. Maybe if you're gonna do it, maybe have it like blend into the other one a little bit. Right. Oh my goodness. Ergo Josh, welcome. Thank you so much for the raid. For anybody who doesn't know Ergo Josh, uh, they're a YouTuber and a streamer, and they make really good, uh, videos, especially for like anatomy lately. So I would recommend following them. A video that they made that was super helpful for me was how to like find good photo references. And now I use Pinterest. How's the stream, everyone? I was just giving feedback. But I was also working on this earlier. I feel like I'm so distracted lately with like paying attention to like when I'm getting rated or chat. Slightly toward. You gotta raid and run. I understand. Well, take care and thank you again. Welcome everyone. Right now I'm just offering, just giving critiques if people want one. Oh yeah? I'll have to check it out later. Josh also got you onto Pinterest. It's been really helpful because like that's how I did this picture with like the pose and everything. Yeah, thank you. I'm trying to think though, if there was anything else, at least with like this picture. Honestly, I just think trying to separate your values a little bit more. A little bit. The thing is, it's never easy. Like, especially with characters that are like two different ones, but maybe you control that a bit with like the lighting, I think. I'm doing well. I'm a little sick, but you know, other than that, I'm pretty good. Anybody who came over in the raid? How was it? What were we all talking about? Pinterest is a lifesaver, not gonna lie. Yeah, no, it has been, I think, much more helpful for me. I remember what we were doing. Okay, I was about to be like, man, that doesn't look like I did anything to it. Another line. Yeah, I'll lighten that just. Not yet. I don't have any boards I think I feel comfortable enough sharing yet. Right now I just have like a folder of rave clothes and I think that's it. And casual poses. Somebody just posted a whip, but I don't know how to say their name. I don't know if they're here. Lewd boards. I don't have any lewd boards yet. I think it's like Lim. Often. Oh yeah, I think there's plenty of like lewd. Well, I don't know about like explicit pictures, but there's definitely like nude figures for like poses and such. As there was there anything about your picture that you were specifically wanting help with or thoughts on? Also, hi. Okay, where did my spots go? There. It's fun to getting to hear Where's Your Head At. I love that song. Yeah, let me know if there was something specific because I generally like to give a bit more of a, I don't know. I want to know what you think of your picture first. Sponsor of a Diet Coke, right? I wish. I wish. I tried too. And merge all these onto the top. Why not? Through it. We think we want jelly nails. Or like, should I do something else with them? I don't know how to do like an iridescent look, really. I don't even think, I don't know. I don't even know if that's how I should go about it. A cold call. I don't know. I kind of like the yellow. Okay. Like a metallic, you mean? People poo up in front of corporate. I don't know about that. I don't know. We can try a gradient, maybe. See if I have any cool ones. Oh, I need to adjust the mask. I have some like, I don't know, kind of fun. Even cooler. Let's just do them grayscale and then make them more black and white. Don't know what the song is, but it's too slow. Are a vibe? I mean, yeah, they kind of are, and it helps, I think. If I did leave them black, it helps kind of incorporate like the black lines a little bit better. Could try maybe. Isn't that cute? Chipped black. I don't know. I don't know if Rex would wear chipped nails. I want to actually try it. Do some shading and we'll just take a look. Maybe glossy. Now you don't know what to do with yourself. I'm sorry. Have you eaten? Are the general needs taken care of? I have no food. The predicament. Sippy sippy. I like the colors you have. Let's see. I'm gonna pull up the feedback. Did I freeze again? Not sure. I'm on the cloud, so it could be causing me issues. Oh, I mean, the top gives me iridescent vibes, which is really cool. Hello? I think it's back. Have no idea what happened. On my end, like Twitch on my browser crashed and it like couldn't connect to Twitch anymore. You don't hear audio? Are y'all muted or am I muted? Because I'm not muted on my end. Hello? Can you guys hear anything now?